Hi, this is David with Best Rest Products. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Velocity Chain Maintenance Tool. The Velocity tool takes the chore of cleaning and lubing a chain and makes it really easy. The tool fits over the chain. The chain passes through the chamber. The lid snaps in place. It's held onto the chain with a lanyard that runs to the frame. Lube goes in, lube or cleaning solution goes in the top, it comes out the bottom. It bathes the chain as the chain passes through the tool. This will work for 520, 525, and 530 chains up to 7/8 of an inch wide from the head of the pin to the head of the pin. The tool comes with 3 pieces of tubing. One is a drain tube to drain out the bottom. One is a fill tube to put the solvent or the lube into the top. And the third tube is used for aerosol cans. If I were to use an aerosol type cleaner, the nozzle fits into the end of it. It also has a large syringe, and the purpose of this syringe is to push the lube into the tool, and then it drains out the bottom. To use this kit, you'll want to have a waste container. We took a plastic drinking bottle and made a hole in the top so that we could fit the piece of drain tube into it. You'll also need some solvent. Don't use gasoline, that's flammable. I went and bought some kerosene. Kerosene is fairly inflammable, but it's a good solvent. It's used for cleaning chains, and it's fairly inexpensive. You'll also need some gear lube. I like to use heavyweight 80-90 gear lube, as heavy as I can get it, because we want it to get on the chain and not sling off as the chain rotates. And then, of course, if you want to use aerosol solvents, such as a cleaning solvent or a chain lube, then you can use one of those. We're going to show the kerosene and the gear lube as we go through this process. Now we'll get down on our knees, we'll set it up, and we'll go on to part 2. So we've attached the Velocity to the chain. We've snapped it in place. We've attached it to the frame so that it's held so it won't move backward as I rotate the tire. We've attached the drain tube down to a drain bottle. We've sucked up some kerosene into the syringe, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly rotate the tire as I press on the syringe. I'm going to be injecting chain solvent into the tool, flushing the chain, and at the same time draining off the excess down below. Now you will notice that there's going to be additional solvent and stuff coming out. That's just a function of this. I would suggest you put down a piece of towel on the floor. So we spin it slowly as we inject, and we do this until we're satisfied that the chain has been thoroughly cleaned. If we need to add more solvent, we simply suck some into the syringe from our reservoir. And we repeat the process. Again, slowly rotating the wheel as we inject the cleaning solution. As we were doing this, we noted that the angle of this lower chain was so steep that the solvent wouldn't drain into the waste receptacle. So we had to move the Velocity up onto the upper piece of chain so that we could complete the process and drain out properly. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. I take off the Velocity, I take a rag, and I simply wipe off any excess solvent. And you can see all the crap that came off of that chain. That chain is as clean as can be. Now we're going to do the lubrication process. So we've finished cleaning the chain. We've gotten all the excess solvent off. We've replaced the contents of the syringe with chain lube, bulk, heavyweight, 80, 140, as heavy as we can get it. As I rotate the chain, I'm going to push the syringe. The lube is going to go onto the chain and flood it. And as I do that process, I can see it flooding the chain, getting onto all the lengths, all the pins, and doing a really good job of lubricating that chain. 3 or 4 spins, and that chain is thoroughly lubed. Now, if you wanted to use aerosol solvents and aerosol lube, this adapter that comes with the kit, you simply fit the nozzle of the can into this and then give it your spray. This is expensive. The bulk lube and solvent is cheaper. That's why we like using it. A couple of notes of caution. Don't get your fingers in between the sprocket and the chain as you're spinning, because there will be sadness. The other thing, you want to put a drop cloth on the ground. There will be some overflow, so you want to clean that up, keep it from staining the garage floor. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This is David with Best Rest Products, and we'll see you on the trail.